Thank you for joining us this week on the theTXANNchannel as we've been putting some miles on the all-new Chevrolet Impala. For 2014, the Impala has been redesigned bumper to bumper. It's breaking away from the ugly years in the rental car parking lots as the 10th generation Impala is now sharing a platform with its cousins over at Buick and Cadillac. The exterior of the 2014 Impala has been restyled with a modern front-end look that flows into some new side body lines that go back to a rear fender design that could be influenced by the popular Camaro rear quarters. There are 3 trim levels for the Impala, each with its own chrome touches around the exterior, including body side trim, dual exhaust outlets, and there are 3 different wheel sizes that are available. Under the hood of the all-new Impala, there are 3 choices in power that range from the standard 2.5-liter inline 4 to an available 3.6-liter V6. Now this V6 is going to produce 305 horsepower that easily moves the 3,800-pound vehicle around town or out on the highway. The third option is a mild hybrid that has the 2.5-liter receiving an electrical boost for more miles per gallon with less horsepower. Now all 3 of these engine choices will be mated to a 6-speed automatic and a front-wheel drive configuration. The more horsepower and rear-wheel drive concept is destined for a standalone spin-off model. Looking at the interior of our 2014 Chevrolet Impala, and we're going to find a nice, almost a 3-tone color combination here. That is the jet black and dark titanium with the wood grain looking trim pieces here. We've got some nice chrome on the trim pieces as well as the door handle pulls. Coming on across the dash, we're going to find several of our controls. We've got our electronic parking brake over here on the side. These are some controls that the driver would be the only person that would need to use. The rear trunk open, things like that. We've got a little storage compartment down here on the lower left. Things to put like the driver's sunglasses and things on. Got our memory seat controls up here. Coming on across the dash, we're going to find some nice chrome trim around our gauge package. It's kind of a unique design. It's got the 2 large round sweeping gauges like we were used to finding. But it's got kind of a little recessed, tunneled area right here in the middle that's got 2 of the smaller supplemental gauges. Now our digital support screen is sitting here. It's a 4-inch screen that's easily controlled from the steering wheel. We can change the functions and kind of configure it to the way the driver really wants it to be. Those controls are located right here on the steering wheel. Easy thumb use and reach for our cruise. We've got some controls on the back side here associated with the audio. We've got some more controls on this side, and this is where our digital support screen is actually manipulated from. Very easy to reach, touch, and use. Got 2 levers here, one for the windshield wipers and turn signals, and the other one for the headlights. So we're going to come on across and look at this dash. It's kind of unique in design. We've got the large stitching with the dark gray. I guess this is the black piece, and then we've got the gray titanium. It's kind of a raised environment here, and it's got an overhang here to cover for our ambient lighting. And as we're looking at our center stack, we can see our 8-inch screen here, and we can see where our My Touch controls are and how we can easily use them. The one really cool piece here is we've got this storage compartment that's back behind the screen. And we can see we've got a USB port, so this is a great place to put your supplemental media players. Plug them in here for the USB support. Got controls for the media here on the screen. Again, drops down, out of sight, out of mind. Coming on down, we're going to find our controls for our dual zone climate control, as well as our defrosters. We've got another storage compartment that's kind of hidden right here under this nice wood grain look. Behind that, we're going to find a 12-volt power supply. And here's our shifter for our 6-speed transmission. It does have a manual setting in it, and the controls for the manual, the up and down shifting, is right here on the top. Nice, easy use to thumb to make those shift changes. Got our cup holders here that are surrounded by some nice chrome trim, as well as some ambient lighting. Coming on back, we're going to find our controls for our heated and cooled seats, as well as our traction control mechanisms. We've got a really large soft top center console here that opens up, provides us some deep storage. Got shallower storage here. But as we can see down inside, we've got another 12-volt power supply. We've got a place for an SD card as well as some more USB access. Looking on around the rest of the dash, we're going to see that the dark grayish wood trim look continues around, as does the cockpit look between the two-tone material. Got a large glove box here in the lower portion of the passenger compartment. Door panel's got plenty of storage options on it, including cup holders, and we can see where part of our 11-speaker Bose system is set up at in the door panels. Coming on back and looking at the seats, we've got a nice perforation here that makes the heating and cooling work well. We've got some of the large stitching right down the middle, as well as the contrasting piping here that's going to give it a more luxurious type look. We've got the interactive headrest up here that can be adjusted forward and backward with the touch of a button. And we've got the sunroof, the large panoramic type sunroof here. So let's take a look at the rest of the vehicle. Looking around the rear seating area of the 2014 Chevrolet Impala, we're going to see that the color scheme continues on into the rear seat, as well as how the door panels are fixed with cup holders, as well as our Bose audio system that's an upgrade. We've got storage behind the seats. We've got our air conditioning vents. We've got a 120 volt plug here, as well as a little bit of storage. And down low here, we've got another 12 volt power supply. Our seats are also perforated here, and these are folding seats. We do have a center armrest that folds down. Got some padding on it with the dual armrest. We've got the nice large piping that continues into the back seat to give the vehicle more of a luxury look. And to fold the seats down, we simply grab a button, pull the seat forward, and it's down. It gives us complete access into the back area where we can put longer things into the cargo. The trunk has 18 cubic feet, and this expands it considerably. The seat simply folds back up and locks into place. It is a 60/40 seat, so the center console armrest folds down with the other side of the seat. Coming into the trunk area of our 2014 Chevrolet Impala, we happen to have the really nice cargo mat that's sitting back here to kind of protect our factory carpet. But we wanted to also point out that underneath this is the standard nice really carpet, but we also have some dry storage that's available. Nice place that's out of the way, out of sight, out of mind. We're going to look around the interior. We've got a couple of cubby holes to put things in. And from this vantage point, we can easily see how the 60/40 seats fold down, giving us access to put longer items all the way up to the back of the front seat. Now this trunk does have 18 cubic feet of cargo area, so by the time we fold the seats down, it does get considerably bigger. The 2014 Impala is a full-size vehicle that produces a smooth ride that doesn't float on the available 20-inch wheels, while the responsive feel of the steering is actually a welcome surprise. The acceleration under the control of the V6 is smooth, with plenty of bottom end when loaded with passengers and gear for a weekend run across Texas. On the interstate, there's power for passing at legal speeds, and even a few beyond, as a 6-speed finds the appropriate gear without hesitation. If you get a chance to drive one of these nice vehicles, we highly recommend it. And thank you again for joining us at the TXANNchannel on the Texas Automotive News Network. This is Michael Mars reminding you, travel safe.